Hello, everyone. Glenda Mollet here, and welcome to my craft room. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from the west coast of Vancouver Island, British Columbia, Canada. And we are going to create, or should I say recreate, a card that I received in a swap that I did recently with my Silver Sisters. This one is by Laurie LaRose, who is in Alberta. I'm just getting this shared into my VIP group. There we go. All right. So it is so stinking cute. Hi, Norma and Marcia. When I got this card, I didn't own one of these stamps. I ordered it the very next order that I put in because I knew I needed to do it. Hi, Janet. All right, here we go. There's the card. Look at this. Look at this cute card. Isn't that adorable? So this is the Rays of Light stamp, and I didn't order it. I looked at it and I thought, nah, I'm not interested in that. Oh, there's Connie and Marcia. So when I got it, I didn't have it and I needed it. Hi, Sharon. So I got it. So I'm going to use my Stamparatus with it because this is how big it is. It is a full background stamp. So I've got it all set up in my Stamparatus, and underneath is my paper. So that's how I'm going to stamp with it, because I find sometimes my hands are quite small. Hello, Yvonne. And I have a hard time holding that big clunking acrylic block. Hey, Valerie. So I thought Stamparatus is the perfect solution for that. So I'm going to show you how to use it. All right, so here's what I'm going to use for the card. The Rays of Light stamp. I was going to say stamp set. It's not. It's just a stamp. The framed florets. Now, the swap that we did was a framed florets swap. And the florets dies and Elephant Parade. I love this one. And the elephant dies. Oops, there they are. Now, I could make this card or remake this card with the adorable owls. There they are. We could use the adorable owls. So tell me, which should I use? Should I use the elephant or the owls to recreate this card? And we'll see which one gets more votes. All right. And I'm going to, Laurie used, this is the silver foil, and I'm going to use some of the new shimmer, the fine shimmer in Fresh Freesia. Look at that paper. Woo! Okay, what have we got here? We got an owl, an elephant, and an owl. Okay, we're neck and neck right now. Okay, so very first thing I'm going to do is let's get this stamped so that I can put the Stamparatus away. All right. Now, when you use the Stamparatus, you should always put a stamp case underneath this side so that it has some support under it while you're inking it up. So I'm using elephants and owls. Marcia. Okay, I haven't used this stamp yet, and I just realized I haven't cleaned it either. So it's a good thing I'm using the Stamparatus because it's going to allow me to stamp more than once if I don't get a good image. But this stamp is distressed, so it's not a solid image, so it's going to be okay. Okay, inky, inky, inky. So let me show you an up close of what I'm trying to stamp. There we are, doing the purple background part. Move this out of the way. Move that over so you can see. Now, I'm going to use my fancy little doohickey thing that Sharon gave me a few years ago. This is not a Stampin' Up! Product. It's by Stampendable. It's all it is it's got felt on the bottom. So you could use anything that has felt, like an eraser, a chalkboard eraser. I have one of those too that I used before I got this one. And all it does is it just allows you to have nice firm pressure all over the whole thing. Okay, let's lift that up. Oh, see? That hinge area is always harder to do. Okay, I think I'm going to ink it up and do it again. Should have cleaned the stamp before I used it, but I forgot that I hadn't used it yet. Hey, Carmen. Okay, here we go. So don't forget to subscribe to my weekly updates, because tomorrow is Tuesday, and that's when my weekly update goes up, and there's big news happening in Stampin' Up! World. They're having a free shipping day later this week, and you can get all the details in my weekly update newsletter tomorrow that goes out at 8 a.m. Pacific time. So just have to go to my blog. Now, there is a link to my blog in the description of this video. So just scroll up a bit and you'll see it. Okay, here we go. Oh, that's better. That's better. Got it a little bit darker. Now, I'm not worried about this because there's a lot of distressing happening on this stamp set, or this stamp. Let's get a little bit more right there. There. Perfect. All right. Now, I did glue this down with temporary tape because I was stamping the whole thing, so I couldn't put the magnet on there. So I just added a little bit of temporary tape and taped it onto this grid paper. Now you can get this grid paper in our catalog. It fits in the Stamparatus. It is 7-ish by 7-ish, and it is made to fit in the Stamparatus. All right, let's get rid of this. Get it out of my way because I don't need it again. And we'll bring the card back in. Hey, Kathy. Isn't that cute? All right. So now we got to do some. Oh, you know what I didn't do? I didn't get a piece for that. Now, she used, maybe I was using white. No. All right. So I have to get a color here. Now Laurie used Rich Razzleberry. Nope. Blackberry Bliss. And Blackberry Bliss here. So what color do you think this should be? Because I have to get that anyways. Now this has adhesive on the back of it, so I'm just going to put it right onto the card base right now. I'm using a white card base because I wanted to change it up a bit. So we'll just plop that. Blackberry Bliss, says Valerie. There we go. Now I don't have to worry about that tape getting everywhere. Look at that, cute. Oh, I love that stamp. It's like, why, oh, why, oh, why did I not get that? All right, I have to cut one of these for the inside. Nope, not that one. This one. Everybody's voting for Blackberry Bliss. All right. Just going to cut the white one in for the background. So did you guys have a good weekend? Ooh, another Blackberry Bliss. Ooh, Marcia too. I spent the entire weekend in my craft room creating with some new stuff. And if I remember, I'll show you a card I made. Okay, I'm going to get Blackberry Bliss. Hang on. Blackberry Bliss. So I was creating with the new playing in the rain stuff because that's what's the focus of the class in January. And Shanna and I, my teammate and friend Shanna, and I are collaborating on a mini retreat on the 28th of January. And registration is open now for that class. And let me tell you, it's going to be fun. So remind me, I have the draw to do tonight for the Share It Saturday. See, I'm getting better at this. And I'll show you a card or two that I created using the Playing in the Rain suite. Okay, everybody wanted Blackberry Bliss, so Blackberry Bliss it is. Bring that in here. There, that's what it's going to look like. Now, on this piece, I'm going to cut this die cut. So I'll just put that on the thing. I won't cut it yet because I have some more cutting to do. Okay, so we need to, oh, I need to go back and see what everybody wanted for elephants. So we got one elephant, one owl, two elephant, three elephant, two owl. Okay, it looks like elephants won. Okay, now I need my Memento ink because we're going to color these with the Stampa blends. I need two big flowers. One, two. And you guys know that when you use Memento, now Memento is not a Stampin' Up product, it's a Sukaniko product. So it has the fabric ink pad. And when you're inking up your stamps, you should be using what I call the twist and shout method. I know, it's just because that's what I call it. So I put it down and then I kind of do that and do that 3 or 4 times to get it really inky, but that will grab the ink and store it along the stamping lines. So then I just do a couple like that and it just evens out all the ink on it. Okay, and one elephant. Hello, Wendy. So twist and shout and then tap, tap, tap. That, and then this one from the framed florets. So we got to cut all those. And then on the inside, we'll do the elephant. Ink it up. It's all right, Wendy, you didn't miss much. You can go back and catch the beginning on the replay. Let's look at that little sweetie. It's so adorable. I fell in love with these elephants the minute I saw them. I love flowers, but lately I've been branching out and getting more into the cutesy things. So that's where the cute adorable owls come in. Okay. I didn't get a color out for the sentiment because I didn't know what color you were going to choose for the circle. So now I have it, and this is the oval that's going in behind. So now I have Blackberry Bliss, and we'll ink that up. Kind of put that in the middle-ish. There we go. Stamping done. I'll put that over there. Now we need the dies. going to cut these out. Oh, that's cute, Val. Made a hippo card for her uncle who had hip surgery. Okay, so we're going to put Post-it notes on here just to hold it in place while I get everything else set up here. There's that. And then there's the big one. Big flower. Yeah, so I got got all the projects made for the Playing in the Rain mini retreat in January. There is 6 cards. 4 of them are fun folds, but not hard fun folds. So there's 6 cards and a 3D project. And then there's going to be pillow gifts and prize draws and goodies. Okay, I'm going to die cut these out now. Oh, except that one moved a little bit. That's not good. There we go. Okay, cut these out along with that leaf out of that fine shimmer paper. Hello, Nancy. Welcome. Been a while. Glad you came back. Nancy was one of the ones I met in Vancouver when I was over there for Stamping Up on Stage. We had such a good time. All right, that on there. So this paper is quite thick, so it does cut. You just kind of have to persuade it to pop out of. It's all cut. It just doesn't want to let go. There we go. Look at that. Look at that paper. Oh, I love it. All right, so that's that. Now, there's only one of these, so I can put that die away. And there's only one of these. Yes, Laurie, I am doing your card. Gave you full. Oh, that didn't die cut very good. I gave you full credit for this card. It's so cute. You forced me to buy that stamp. Thank you very much. You are an enabler. Okay, so I got to die cut this one. Oh, Nancy, we had such a good time in Vancouver, and it was lovely meeting you. All right. Now, I don't like this, so I'm just going to grab another piece of white and redo that one because it moved, and I don't like things when they're not die cut properly. So I'm just going to restamp that. I'm sure I'll use it again and again, Laurie. Thank you. No, she didn't, Connie. She didn't have to force me too hard at all because the second I opened that envelope, I fell in love with it. So I'm going to have to redo this this card with some of the other stamp sets from the new catalog as well. The adorable owls, but the Playing in the Rain too would be cute because it would be raining, but then there is a sunrise, sunburst, whatever you want to call it. Okay, running these through. So, free shipping on Thursday. 24 hours only as usual for any order of $100 Canadian or more. That one still didn't do very good. Man, die cutting is seriously flawed tonight. Oh well. So if you're local and you don't want to order, you don't want to order $100, let me know, because you can get in on the group order that I have going in. So let me know by noon on Thursday, the 15th. 15th? Yeah, 15th. All right. Now this is Smoky Slate that I'm coloring with. That's what Laurie used, so that's what I'm using. And got to make sure you get a good foundation of the light in there so you can add the dark. And if you don't want to blend, it's still a good idea to get a good foundation of the color in, because then you get rid of all the coloring lines. Get a nice smooth color. Now you can use your Stampin' Write markers, but you won't get nice coloring like you do with the Stampin' Blends, because these are formulated to color nice without color lines. The Stampin' Write markers are not. I'll just put another little bit in there. Now I'm going to take the dark and just do a few highlights or lowlights or whatever you want to call them. And you put it where there would be shadows. So when it's over top of something, or there's wrinkles, like on the trunk, and then you just go back over top and blend it in like that. There you go. Okay. One thing I did forget to do when I had the dark out was the tail. I like to do the little tail piece in the dark color. Now, she has toenails, and she is going to have purple toenails, because why not? Everybody deserves purple toenails, right? There we are. Now, center of the ears are dark petal pink. Like that. There we go. There's our elephant. Now, fresh freesia. You'll be on the island getting the car serviced. May have to stay overnight if the ferry doesn't run. When is that, Val? Okay, this is light fresh freesia. I'm not going shopping anymore till after Christmas now. I've done, well, hubby has to grocery shop because he's got to get stuff for Christmas dinner, but I think we're good now until after Christmas for groceries. Except for the sweet potatoes. Got to get them. Now the center of the flowers, I'm going to do dark Daffodil Delight. And then we'll put a little bit of on the 15th. Oh, well, that's okay. You can let me, there isn't a sale on. It's free shipping. So you can order anything. So you can always let me know Anytime. Your order. Okay, here we go. There's one flower. And the second one done here. Probably should have colored these before I started my video. Because, you know, sometimes watching me color is really boring. But at least at the end of this video, you get to see sneak peeks of the January Playing in the Rain class. So included in the class is kits to make all 8 projects, plus the Playing in the Rain stamp set, and you can upgrade and add the dies if you want. And if you want, you can upgrade, and we'll give those to you at bundle price. And then if you can also upgrade and add the embossing folder, the rain embossing folder, and get a discount on that. And prize patrol, and a goodie bag with a little treat thing in it. Okay, that's it for the purple. Let's just do a final roll over of the light. Oh, forgot to do the center of the flower. And then I'm going to color the leaves. Now, Laurie looks like she used shaded spruce. I'm going to use Parakeet Party. Oh, thanks, Kathy and Nancy. Yeah, I'm not going to do much shading on this because they're not very big. So I'm using the light Parakeet Party. I just thought with all the funky colors, it needed something bright and cheerful for the leaves. Squeaky, this one squeaks, holy man. Oh, and I was reading at some point that you can get replacement tips for the Stampin' Blends. Uh-oh, where'd they go? Here they are. So I ordered some. These are the ones. I'll just hold it there for a minute in case you want to. I got these off of Amazon and they're really expensive. It's 3 for $20 in Canada. And then I replaced, I don't know whether this is the one or not. There, I replaced that tip. So here's the original, there's the original tip off of my dark Daffodil Delight because it was really bad. You see it? See how it's all mangled on the end? Come on. There we go. See how it's all mangled? So I replaced it. And look at this. It works. I was impressed, let me tell you. I was kind of skeptical when I first read it. I thought, well, next time I do an Amazon order, I'm going to order some and see how it works. So when I replace it, when I'm done my card, I'll show you how I replaced it. Okay, so there's all the bits and pieces. Bring this back here. And we're going to run some, I'm going to run some Tombow around. Come on, don't stop now. There, now we're going to let that dry. Move it out of the way. And while I do that, while that dries, just going to color the inside elephant. I don't usually color the envelope because I know that gets thrown away anyways, but I do like to color inside, at least part of the inside, if not the whole thing. And look, I'm remembering to do in circles. I don't remember that all the time. So that's the way you make sure you have lots of ink on your first layer, is go around in circles like that. Okay, that trunk. These guys are so cute. Okay. So those tips, they're Copics. They're for the Copic markers. And you have to be careful which ones you get because not all of them will fit. Okay. Got this done. Dark out. Do a little bit of highlighting there. Underneath this chinny chin chin. Down each leg. And the end of the tail, because I remembered this time. Well, I don't know why that. My mouse moved and it took me way back to the start of all the comments. Okay, I'll just blend that in. A little bit, like that. Get the fresh freesia, do the toenails, because it's cute when they have colored toenails. And the inside of the ears. And then we are ready to do some assembly. Right. We'll just put this in while we're got it here on the table. Cute. All right. Now, there's that piece that I put the glue on the back. And I like doing it this way because then I can get things lined up. So the glue is facing up, and then I'm just going to pop this on top. Like that. There we go. Just a little reminder that you are loved. And then it's going to go flat on there. So get some adhesive on that. And center it. Now, I should have put glue on this and I forgot. Let's just finish getting the little pieces out of there. Now, I don't worry about all these little ones in there. If you want to take them out, you can. Now, Laurie put this on top of the stamped one, but I'm going to put it underneath. Because, you know, I have to make it a little bit different than what she did. Got to be cognizant of where I put that so that it doesn't cover up the words. That's going to go there. And this is going to go here. Whoops. Come on. Turn, stay. That. And then we have one big flower is flat. It's going to go here. And then the other big flower is flat. But I'm going to put this on so I know where to put it. Come on. It's going to pop underneath there. Like that. And some dimensionals on the elephant. And there's going to go one on there too, but I got to figure out where it's going to go first because it doesn't go. Let's take the liners off here. It's so cute. Right there, I think. Now this one is going to go on there too, right there. But I only want to put dimensionals under there. So I'm just going to put a little bit of tape right there just to hold it in place while I put the dimensionals on. Okay, didn't go on there. Come on. Right. So we'll just put that on there like that. And then I'm just going to pop a couple of, at least one dimensional underneath there like that. That'll hold it in place. Look at that. Isn't that adorable? We have to put bling on it though, because it's not got enough bling on it for me. I need some in color. Where are they? In color opal rounds. See if I've got any of the purple ones left. No. Oh, yes, I do. Got some purple. No, they're pink, but they'll do, right? Sure, they'll do. We'll just put some on because they're cute. And it needs a little some. There we go. I love it. I love it. Valerie, yes, I have your address. Just saying. Okay, a little bit of Wink Estella. And we're going to, I don't want to do all of the flowers because I've discovered over the years that you can have too much Winky on your project. Then we'll do the eyeballs. The center. Did I do the center? There we go. All right. So there's our card. Let me see the envelope. Look at that. I love it. So thank you to Laurie who gave me this card and made me buy that stamp. So don't forget, free shipping on Thursday. You could get this stamp and save 11%. Okay, now I'm going to show you how I did this. So I'm going to use, thanks, ladies. I'm going to use scissors, but I suggest that you don't. But I can't go and get my pliers because they're not here. So use a pair of needle nose pliers and you just pull this out. Got to be very gentle with it. Oh, oops. I don't know what that was. So you just probably ruined it now. You just push it in there. Now, I do have to tell you one thing. These have this little metal thing on there. See this little metal thing? You have to take that off because that won't fit in our markers, but it just comes off like that. So ditch that into the recycle. And here's your tip. So you pull the tip out of that, like I just showed you. And then this just fits down. You have to push it quite firmly to get it in there all the way down, because you want it to be down that, at least that far. See that far? And then all I did was left it overnight sitting up like this. So this is the end that has the new nib in it, and it will be white. So I just left it sitting up like this with the new end facing down overnight, and I got up in the morning and it was, the ink was right down to the bottom like that. So it is possible to change those. Now, I want to see what the difference between this and this is. I'm thinking that you might be able to get away with replacing these ones as well. So this is a Stampin' Write marker. It's water-based, and these may very well fit. I don't have one that I need to replace right now, but when I do, I will let you know. So they're available on Amazon. Stampin' Up does not sell them. I do not sell them. I will not be selling them. What was I going to do? Oh, what do you want? The draw first? Do you want to see the cards first? Draw first or cards first? I'll just put these away. Cards first. Okay, says Connie. All right, so what I'm using is, hang on, I gotta get it. Oops. Okay, Playing in the Rain, Turtle, Box, Bunny, Flowers, Raindrops, Clouds. Really cute set. The stamp set is $36. The dies are $48, but the bundle is $75. So you know that you save 10% on the bundle, right? And here's the dies. Let me bring them out. So there's dies that cut out all the images. There's the clouds. There's the 3 of those. This one is for the flowers, but there's also butterflies. There's a kite, and then there's filler inners for the kite, some bow ties, a stump, a humpback bridge that cuts out a puddle. There's some grasses. So there's a lot of stuff in there that goes with that. And then there's the Raindrops embossing folder. This is $11.75, and you can upgrade on the class for $12. You can get that. So we're giving it to you at a discount. And then there is this really cute designer paper. So got this one, and then that's patterns on the other side. Now this is how I store my designer paper, so that I know what goes with what. So there's that. And then there's no need to color. If you don't want to color those images, you can die cut them. These ones don't die cut, but you could cut them with a circle. And I've done that in one of the cards that I might show you. This whole sheet cuts out with the die cuts. And then I use circles to die cut the flowers. And then this has got UV coating on it, which just means that it's shiny. Can you see it's shiny? And then, so raindrops, and then some blotches. And then there's a whole sheet of umbrellas and another sheet of raindrops. And they all have different color patterns on the other side. So that's the stuff we're using. And it comes with the loose, the other part of the suite is the loose daisy embellishments. So these are perfect for shaker card. And they're foam. They're made out of foam. And yes, you can glue them on. You don't have to use them in a shaker card. I glued them. Okay, so that's the suite. And here you go. Look at that. I made a little shaker element up the top. There's the shaker. And I used the picture this dies. And see, there's the flowers that I cut out. There's one of the smaller images. And then this one's not quite finished yet. There's another one. So this paper is the Darling Dandy, or what's it called? It's free. It's celebration free paper. This one here. And then this is the raindrops, and it's got the shinies on it. And then, are you ready for the inside? It's a little bunny rabbit doing a happy dance in a puddle. Isn't that cute? So that's what I played with. I'm not going to show you anymore because the rest of them belong to the class. And there's a 3D, and then you're going to get. Okay, I'm just going to grab envelopes here so that I can show you a sneak peek of this. Look. Ah, I love it. Okay, that's it. That's it. I'm not showing you any more sneak peeks. That rabbit is cute. I agree. So registration is open for that now. If you don't live in Canada, there is a tutorial only option available, but only for people outside of Canada because we can't send you product. But it is open for registration now. So I'll just grab the link for that. Just hang on. Nope, that's not what I want. Ooh. Go back. This one, that one. Do this, copy that. Paste. Okay, so there's the form. There's the form to sign up for the class, either the in-person, the virtual, or the tutorial only bundle. Available now, $75. You get 6 cards, 2 3Ds, prize patrol, the stamp set, and a goodie bag. Now, what was I going to? Oh, yes. I have to open up my wheel because we have to do the draw for the Share It Saturday for December the 3rd. Okay, I got to take this, got to unplug this, take it down, hold it up, get this to the wheel. There we are. So there we are. There's Share It Saturday, December the 3rd. And I'm going to delete that and the row, and then we hit shuffle once, shuffle twice, and go. And the winner for Share It Saturday on December the 3rd is Connie. Congratulations, Connie. There will be a card on its way to you. Thank you so much for sharing your gorgeous cards. Connie shares every week. She shares, and sometimes she shares. Last week she shared 5 cards. Congratulations. Connie doesn't live in Canada. Connie lives in the States, and I can't send her the little gifty that I send to Canadians, but I do send her a card to say thank you for sharing. It's wonderful. So don't forget to share. If you're looking for my Share It Saturday, if you go to the VIP group, it's only in the VIP group. It's not on my Facebook page. Go to the VIP group, click on featured, and it's always pinned at the top of the featured or in the featured so that you don't have to go hunting for it. And then when that one is done and the new one comes out, I unpin the done one and I put the new one up so you're not confused about which week you're entering either. Yes, congratulations, Connie. That's awesome. All right, ladies. Has anybody got any questions? Don't forget to sign up for the newsletter because that goes out tomorrow morning and it's got all the information about free shipping on Thursday. And register for the class that's coming on the 28th of February. Nope, the 28th of January. Oops. You're very welcome, ladies. Thanks so much for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful week. And I will be back on Thursday in my VIP group with, a cool coloring technique, cool watercolor technique. Yes, Valerie, I will. Thanks, Carmen. Good night, Yvonne. Thanks, everybody. I hope you have a wonderful week, and I'll see you Thursday. Stamp and smiles, and bye for now.